Hi everyone. In a series of videos on skills required to get into different functions, we've already covered marketing and finance, and today we are going to talk about the skills required to get into consulting. This information is based on a discussion that I had with a couple of my batchmates who are working in MBB, that is McKinsey, BCG, and Bain and Company. And so the insights that I'm going to share, or the skills or the certifications that I'm going to list, would be basis what I gained from them. So let's start off with the five skills that are required to get into consulting. So the first skill that was recommended was industry analysis. Industry analysis basically means to identify what is the suitability or the current market performance of every industry, and that can be done by identifying or taking care of certain socio-economic parameters. Now there are a lot of factors out there or models out there that people use in order to carry out industry analysis, but consultants mostly use or what are taught at the B schools as well. Those models are called as Porter's five forces, pest analysis, SWOT analysis. These are the common ones. And even though the students that I talked to did not recommend any particular resource for you to learn these models, but I have found a link where the information about these models is presented in a very lucid manner so that you can read more about them or learn more about them. I would put it in the description box for your reference. So these are the models, and the reports that are generally used, or the reports that we used as students at IIM Ahmedabad, were called as CRISIL reports. CRISIL Research is a company which carries out industrial reports. A lot of the material is not free of cost. A license key is needed, which we had available because we were students at IIM Ahmedabad. But in case you want to just go through the free reports, even that much would be sufficient to carry out the first level industrial analysis. So that would be the first skill that we would recommend you to follow if you are interested in consulting. Now, the second skill which is recommended is Excel modeling, or in other words, we can also say financial modeling. Now, this is a skill which was also recommended in the video that I made on finance skills required. Financial modeling is basically predicting what the scenario will be in the future by using Excel as a tool. And you can use other tools as well, but most consultants make use of Excel. Hence, primary understanding of how to use Excel is extremely important. In order to do that, you can carry out a very simple course on Excel, which is available free of cost or is also available at a very affordable price on various websites. But a basic understanding of Excel will make you eligible to make a financial model. Now, the next question you may have is, how does a financial model look like? For which I have put a link in the description using which you can actually see how a financial model looks in the laptop of a consultant. So that's a free model which is available. But don't get too overwhelmed. A lot of people that I talked to shared that sometimes when you start financial modeling, you may feel like it's too much for you to carry out. Nobody is born best at doing this. So you will slowly and gradually get better at making financial models. Here are three posts that I would recommend you to read and get a primary understanding of how financial modeling is basically done. But this would be the second skill that I would recommend you to get into consulting. The third skill that you need to have is analytics. This is not very uncommon. Most of you would be aware that consultants need to crunch data very well. They need to look at numbers and be able to arrive at decisions or suggest recommendations based on the data that they've seen. So as a consultant, analytics is going to be one of your closest friends. And in order to learn analytics, you don't need to be very proficient at it, but there are 12 tools that, if you are aware of, can really help you going ahead with your career or with your choice of getting into consulting. So, for understanding these 12 analytical tools, I found out a website which precisely explains what they are, and I would put it in the description so that you can go through it. But once you have gone through it, try also experimenting with them and using them on certain sample data that are available for free online so that you can test them out. One of the biggest things that you'll be required to do for your clients is to read the data, interpret it, draw inferences from it, and then suggest recommendations. And in order to do that, you need to be very comfortable with these analytical tools. So this would be the third skill that would be recommended. The fourth skill is of storylining. Now, a lot of you would have heard of the fact that the lives of consultants revolve around PPT making. Well, it's absolutely true. And in order to make beautiful PPTs or PPTs that your clients are going to love, you need to have a logical flow in them, which is what storylining is all about. Now, there's a video video which has already been made on how storylines are basically followed in PPT making by different organizations, that is MBB, and you can follow the video or watch the contents and understand the nuances of how a PPT is made in these companies and how it varies from one company to another. But after watching the video, I would recommend you to refer to this website. It shows at least 30 samples of the presentations by McKinsey and Company so that you can check how storylining is being followed. Storylining is all about making sure that whatever you're communicating to your clients is in a structured, coherent manner so that it flows in the form of a story. And while you check out these presentations, your task should be to see how that story is flowing. That is how you learn the skill of storylining. The final skill is something that you need in most organizations and roles, but it is more so important in the consulting role because in this particular role, you are going to be facing the clients, and most of your client conversations are going to happen in English. Hence, the skill that you need to nurture is that of communication. Now, communication is not only about mastering a particular language, it is also about communicating the ideas very fluently to the other party. And for this, I had made a video previously on how I improved my own communication skills. I'll surely link it in the description box down below for your reference, and it will also be appearing up in the suggested videos column so you can check it out and learn certain skills that I've shared in there. I've shared a variety of tips in there as to watch movies in English or TV series in English or read English editorials or all those tips that you can watch in that particular video. But one of the techniques which is highly recommended by the professionals out there as well is the mirror technique. So in the mirror technique, you need to choose a topic and speak in front of the mirror for a stipulated amount of time, mastering the language that you want to. In this case, it being English. So when you speak in front of the mirror consistently, the practice is going to help you develop the fluency that you might be lacking at the moment. See, communication is extremely important, but it takes some time to get developed. So it's not something that you can develop by just watching a simple video. Practice is going to be the key here, which is something which was also mentioned by my friend Neha in a video that she made in collaboration with Non Engineers. So you can also check out her video. Neha is the founder of Wise Up Communications and was kind enough to share her tips and tricks with all the students of Non Engineers on the channel a few months ago. So that is the video that I'm referring to. She teaches the art of communication, so it is surely going to be of help to you. So these are the 5 skills in total which you need to master if you want to become a consultant. These skills are going to help you in the long run build a career in the consulting field. I hope that the information that has been shared is of use to you, and if you find it useful, do recommend it to other people as well. Thanks a lot for watching this, guys.